These headband sockets are desperately pulling the chain. The short of the iron chain is a high wall. The high wall is full of sharp little knives. If they don't hurry up and do something, likely to be gnawed to pieces. At this moment, Jiao Mei remembered an important message. That's the sacrificial blood mentioned on the radio. So he stretched out his arm. I'm going to give up my arm to save my life. Woman rescued. He hurriedly told his teammates how to pass the level. Everyone imitated Jiao Mei and donated their blood. Everyone was rescued. Then the door was opened. The game continues. 4 people come to a deserted farm. Every corner is full of ice, and there's a note of confession. Apparently, this is for them to repent of their sins. Suddenly, the chain starts again. The crowd was so frightened that the diapers got wet. Watching death slowly approach, they confessed their great deeds one after another. But apparently, it didn't get to the point. The chain doesn't stop. Crucial moment. Zhao Hai saw a tape recorder with a note written on it. His intuition told him to take it off and leave. Really? But the big fat found their chain shots on the ceiling. If you start it again, you will be hanged alive. Haven't waited for 4 people to catch their breath. 3 potions suddenly fell from the sky. The tape recorder tells 4 people. There's only one in here that's a tonic. The rest are strong sulfuric acid. Before you are hanged, pick one for the blonde girl, or you all die here. Big Fat is anxious when he hears it. Going to put 3 needles on the blonde girl's ass. Fortunately, the 2 put the Big Fat in time. Just when the 4 were arguing, machine starts again. Soon 4 people were hanged out of breath. Crucial moment. The Big Fat took the big needle and hit the blonde girl. 4 people's chains loosened. 3 rescued, but the blonde girl stayed still. Then 3 people came to the next secret room. Just got in last second. The door will be locked in the next second. But Big Fat is a violent temper. Pick up a shovel and smash the door. Sudden. Big Fat legs are entangled in steel wire. When it hurts, he will only call Omega. Jiao Hai hurriedly picked up the shovel to rescue. A big hole will be drilled in too. Then I found the tape underneath. He picked up the 9-toothed rig beside him, carefully stretched out. But suddenly, machine starts again. Under great power, the 9-toothed nail rig was instantly gnawed into pieces. At this time, the Big Fat and painful doll screamed. To save him as quickly as possible, only risk taking the tape with your own arm. But if the machine starts up again, his hand will be like the end of the rig. Fortunately, Jiao Hai took it out without incident. Tape tells 3 to be free, pull the handle. But the fat man doesn't understand. Freedom means letting them out, or cut off the leg to be free. When the Big Fat was hesitating, the door behind you popped open. The 2 were driven by curiosity, slowly entered the next secret room. A remote control hangs above the secret room. The 2 took off the remote control. The next second, the door suddenly locked. Then tell the 2 on the monitor. The door will only open when the Big Fat pulls the handle down. After that, a lot of green began to pour down. If it continues like this, it won't be long before you'll be buried alive. Soon the green has been buried halfway up. But the Big Fat faces the fear of the unknown. Still too late to give up. At this time, green suddenly stopped pouring. Immediately after, facing the screams of teammates, Big Fat finally made up his mind. The Big Fat leg was cut off in an instant. The barn door also opened. Jiao Mei made a bandage for Big Fat easy. Painful Big Fat passed out. At this time, the lights of the tractor behind Zhao Hai came on and found the tape in the hood. It also has Black's name written on it. He pressed the tape suddenly. On one side, Zhao Hai was slowly lifted up, a tape playing his crimes. It turns out that he clearly knew that the brakes of the motorcycle were leaking oil. Continue to sell to guys. This caused the guy to die in a car accident. Then Zhao Hai was transferred to the top of a mixer, and the power of the mixer is driven by this motorcycle. To live, just press the brake handle under the mixer. Motorcycle start. Zhao Hai was also slowly put down. In a pinch, Jiao Mei beat the steel bar for a while. Just when Zhao Hai thought he was rescued, restart start due to too much engine horsepower. Blackie died on the spot. Scared woman hurriedly knocked on the door with iron, hoped to find a way out. He used the power of the prehistoric to pry open a little crack in the door. Just put my head out to take a breath. Suddenly got an anesthetic. When the woman wakes up again, she's locked up. The gray-haired old man in front of him is the mastermind. He began to tell the sins of the two men. Big Fat when he was young because of his mistakes. Killed 3 people, but put all the blame on the dead driver. And Jiaomei is more ruthless. She thinks her child is too noisy. Suffocated to death with a pillow. Then put the blame on your husband. After speaking, Lao Bai took out a bullet and loaded it, and said it was the key to freedom. The choice is yours. Then the old man turned and left. Jiaomei takes the gun first. One shot without hesitation. As a result, the bullet was fired from behind. Mei died on the spot. Then the Big Fat found the broken key in the bullet. Obviously Lao Bai has given them a chance, but they still do not repent. Continue to choose the wrong direction. At this point, both of them lost their lives. Uncle Wolf says movie. Only good movies.